chair sat with the light turned low,
and a page I didn't fill. Your name kept finding the corners of everything standing still. The radio spoke in half songs, the clock forgot its part. I wasn't writing to tell you anything, I was just listening to my heart.
your face came back in pieces.
A smile, the way you'd wait, the way you'd pause before speaking, like love could hesitate. I didn't ask the words to stay, I let them come and go.
Some things don't need to be finished to already be known. I wrote you into the night without a reason why. I wrote you into the quiet where feelings don't have to try. The years would learn new handwriting, the days would change their tone, but something from that gentle hour still feels like home. Sometimes when the room grows empty and the air feels kind of thin, I hear your name between the lines. I never quite wrote in, and I wrote you into the night before love had a name. And I wrote you into the night, and nothing felt the same. So if Mary ever wonders where my heart still goes, tell it I left you softly in the words I never quote.
Love learned to bend before it broke. We said less than we almost spoke. You sat with me like time was thin, but still let the moment in. Love learned to bend, and how you stayed, even when words got in the way. You looked at me like you still knew what the quiet used to do. Love learned to bend, not disappear. It stayed soft even through the years. No loud goodbye and no final end. Love learned to bend. Love learned to bend when hands were tired, still reaching out but never wired. You didn't pull, you didn't fight. You held the feeling just enough. Love learned to bend when eyes looked back. That all the time we couldn't get. Nothing fixed, nothing new, just staying through. Love learned to bend. You and me at the edge of what we used to be. Nothing fast, nothing planned, just love holding on by hand. And when my heart still tried to rise, it did it slow, with careful sighs, not breaking calm, not asking why, just proving love was still alive. Love learns to bend, even though it hasn't left. It knows me how to stay warm, to stay near. Even crack, it's still here. Love didn't break, it bent. You stood a little closer than before, like the floor knew where we'd land. I felt my heart lean forward before I moved my hand. You spoke my name so carefully, like it might break the air. Some feelings grow the strongest when they're handled with care. I let the moment stay. I didn't push or pull. Some love is soft by nature, but it's already full. The lights were low, the room was still. Time forgot to count. I watched the quiet in your smile find its way some hearts don't need a reason, they just trust. If my voice ever trembled, it wasn't from fear, it was love holding steady, standing here. I let the moment stay, and it stayed strong. Some love keeps its power. I go in on, still here, still true. I still know the sound of your step on the front porch late at night. I'd be pretending I was asleep, but my heart stayed wide awake. The lamp was low, the room was warm, your shadow crossed the wall. You never knew how much of me was waiting for your call. I never learned to ask for more, I only learned your name and how the world would soften when you came. I left my heart where your hands used to be, right in the space between hello and stay. I loved you more than I ever could say, and I still do in my quiet way. If loving you was all I knew, then I knew enough to stay. Spoken looks more than in words, let the moments breathe. Your coat around my shoulders felt like home to me. I kept your letters in a drawer I never threw away. I read them when the nights grew long, just to feel okay. Time kept moving past our door, but love refused to go. It settled in the little things you know. your laugh again, like it's drifting through the years. And for a moment you are here, and everything is clear. I left my heart where hands used to be. It never learned another place. I love you through the passing days, through changing times and age you face. If this old heart still knows what's true, it learned it all from you. I never took it back. From there I never really tried. I wasn't looking for a feeling, just letting the day go by. Then you smiled like it was nothing, and my heart replied. My hand stayed quiet at my side, but my chest felt new. Some moments don't wait politely, they choose you. It didn't ask me, it just stayed. First love feels gentle, but it finds its way. We talked like time was listening, letting the words fall slow. Every laugh you gave, the moment felt easy to know. I didn't try to be stronger, I didn't try to pretend. Some love grows steadier if you don't defend. It didn't ask me, soft but sure. Some hearts beat quietly, but they endure. If my voice sounds steadier, it's not surprise. It's love learning balance as it rises. It didn't ask me from the start. First love stays innocent, but it warms the heart. It didn't ask, it stayed. Some evenings come back slowly before I know why. The light sits the same way it did then. You were standing near the sink, drying your hands, not in a hurry, just finishing the moment. I said something small about the time you answered a second later, like you wanted to be sure I was still listening. I remember how you looked at me when I wasn't speaking, not searching, just waiting. You leaned your shoulder lightly against the wall, like the room could hold you if I didn't. I didn't call it love, not then. It felt more like being understood. Some things don't need a name, they ask the voice to rise a little, so they can stay. Years later she mentioned you carefully, as if the name might break. I said you spoke softly, but meant what you said. You paused before leaving, your hand on the door, long enough for me to notice. I don't remember the words you used, only how they landed. The room always felt fuller after you spoke. If my voice carries more now, it's only because the memory does. I don't love for you anymore, I don't need you. But sometimes the quiet answers back in your tone. I didn't keep the years, I kept the sound of you saying my name without trying. Some love grows so quietly, it asks the heart. I'm the voice to follow it. The evenings still come gently, I let them, and sometimes your voice reaches me before they pass. I found your letters in the attic, tied with faded string. Each one smelled like summer rain and the small forgotten things. I traced the words with trembling hands, as if I could feel your heart Every line brought back the past, every pause a spark. I never sent a single reply, I only read them slow. Some loves are meant to linger where no one else can go. I held you in those letters, soft as whispers in the night. I loved you in the quiet ways that never needed light. If hearts remember tender truths, then mine still shines. I held you in those letters, forever mine. The floorboards creaked beneath my feet like echoes of our time. I could almost hear your laugh through every dusty line. The attic smelled of old perfume, of memories left behind. I never learned another way to keep you in my mind. Some love stays in little things, it doesn't call or shout. It lives inside the shadows and never fades out. I held you in those letters, soft and warm, a dimple trace. I loved you through the passing years in every quiet place. If loving you was all I knew, it was enough for me. I held you in those letters softly. Sometimes I open one again and close my eyes to see the way we were, the way we smiled back when it was just we. I held you in those letters, tender, gentle, true. I loved you then, I love you still, and always will. If this old heart remembers love that keeps you too, I held you in those letters, forever you. I never tried to let it go. I only held on. I kept the evening just like you left it. The chair by the wall, the light turned low. I didn't ask the night to stay or go. Some things remain all on their own. I loved you softly back then. Some love is quiet, but it knows when. You spoke my name, like it was small, like it could rest and not fall. Your hand stayed close, but never tried. I learned how to breathe right by your side. I loved you softly all the while. Some hearts grow strong by staying mild. If my voice sounds older now, it's only time. Love didn't change, it just learned how to lie still. I loved you softly, and I still do. Some love keeps its power by staying true. The evening stayed, so did you. Evening drifts across the room. I still feel your shadow in the gloom. Your laughter lingers like a sigh, a gentle echo that won't say goodbye. Quietly yours, I hold your name. Soft as a candle, still aflame. Though years have passed, my heart remains bound to your love through joy and pain. The garden blooms where we once stayed. Sunlight dances where our hands played. Every glance and every touch left a warmth I've carried much, much. Quietly yours, I hold your name. Soft as a candle, still aflame. Though years have passed, my heart remains drawn to your love through joy and pain. In the hush of midnight air, I feel your presence everywhere. A whispered promise, sweet and true, forever softly calling you. Quietly yours, I hold your name. Soft as a candle, still flame. Though years have passed, my heart your joy and pain. Night drifts gently, stars above. I close my eyes and feel your love. Every whisper, every sigh keeps our hearts entwined, you and I. I was already speaking to you before I noticed the room was empty, like love had stayed behind even when you didn't. You used to take your time with doors, never closing them too hard, like something might still be breathing on the other side of the dark. I learned your weight by waiting. By how long the nights could last. I learned how love can stay alive by never asking it to pass. I loved you longer than I meant to, longer than my hands stayed calm. I loved you in the quiet places where no one ever heard my heart. Some days I call you him, like distance might protect my voice, like saying you too clearly was still a dangerous choice. That you were never just memory, you were the way I stood, you were the reason I stayed gentle when the world said I should move. I loved you deeper than my reasons, deeper than I could explain. I loved you when it was easier to turn my face away. There were nights I almost left you. I won't pretend they weren't. There were mornings I held my breath and stayed where loving hurt. I learned how far a heart could bend before it finally breaks. I learned it every time I said your name. until the room gave way. I still call your name across the years, across the room, across the silence. I love you. If time asks her what finally broke the calm she learned to keep, she'll say she loved him quietly, and her quiet couldn't hold.
You were sitting on the schoolyard wall, books in your arms, leaves starting to fall. You smiled like you'd been waiting there, like time was something we could spare. We talked about the days ahead, little dreams we never said. Every laugh felt close and true, like the world was just us two. That day felt like forever, even though it slipped away. Love was light as summer weather, and strong enough to stay. We walked past houses blowing warm, heard a radio through an open door. Your hand brushed mine, then stayed, like it always knew the way. Years rolled by like passing trains. Some brought joy, some brought rain, but every calm and quiet place still remembered your face. That day felt like forever, before we knew what time could do. We were young and whole in summer, in the way I looked at you. If I could live that moment twice, I wouldn't change a thing inside. No need to hold, no need to try. inside every quiet song. When the evening falls just right, I still see you in that line.
There was a table by the window. I still remember the mark it had, from where you set your cup down, like you meant to come back. You were turning a matchbook over and over in your hands. I said something about the street outside. You nodded, like you were somewhere else, not far, just not speaking. I learned the sound of your breathing when you listened. You never rushed the quiet, you let it finish. I watched you choose your words and then decide not to use them. I think that's where I stayed. I didn't know what it meant then, only that the room felt held. Some moments don't ask to be named, they settle. If my voice leans forward now, it's only because I'm closer to it than I was. She asked me years later if it had been serious. I said I wasn't sure that was true. You folded the paper carefully before standing, like water mattered. I don't remember the day you left, just the way the air changed. Some love doesn't arrive or leave, it lingers. If my breath grows stronger here, it's only memory finding its way. I'll speak to you sometimes, not to bring you back, just because my voice still knows where you were. The table is gone now, but I still pause where it used to be. I was walking home, not thinking, just counting cracks in the street. And you said my name so lightly, like you already knew me. My feet didn't stop moving, but my heart did. Some feelings show up It's not surprise, it's love finding courage behind my eyes. It was just a little while and I knew first love stays innocent but powerful too. Just a little while if you.
You smiled like you were listening to something I couldn't hear. The room felt smaller somehow when you were standing near. You didn't try to move me, you didn't try to stay, but every little silence leaned your way. The night kept breathing slowly, like it knew to slow us down. Your laughter barely touched the air, then softly settled down. I didn't ask for promises, I didn't need a sign. I just felt my heart get quieter, standing close to mine. I heard love when you smiled without a word at all. I heard love when you smiled like it had always been calling. The years would learn new rhythms, the days would drift apart, but something from that gentle look still lives inside my heart. Sometimes when old songs find me and the lights turn low and blue, I feel that same small certainty I first felt with you. I heard love when you smiled before love learned to speak. I heard love when you smiled, and it stayed with me. So if memory ever wonders where my heart still goes, tell it love said everything the moment you smiled so.
I wasn't thinking about forever, just the way you stood, like the moment didn't need a name to feel this good. My hand stayed still in my coat, but my heart moved first. Some feelings don't arrive loudly, they work. It felt like hours, soft and sure. First love feels gentle, but it feels secure. talk like time had manners, letting us lead every word he chose so carefully. Stayed with me. I didn't try to be braver, I didn't step away. Some love finds its strength by choosing to stay. It felt like hours, warm and true. Some hearts stay quiet, but be moved to you. If my voice sounds steadier, it's not surprise. It's love learning balance behind my eyes. It felt like ours from the start. First love stays innocent, but it warms the heart. It felt like ours. We chose the gentle way that night. No need to hurry, no need to fight. You sat with me like time would bend, to let the moment feel like friend. We chose the gentle way to speak, only saying what we'd keep. Every word fell soft and small, like it was enough after all. We chose the gentle way, you see. That's how love stayed close to me. No fast hearts, no need to rush. We chose the gentle way with us. We chose the gentle way with hands meeting slow, just as planned. You didn't pull, you didn't lead, you waited for the feeling's speed. We chose the gentle way with eyes holding seconds, letting them lie. Nothing asked us to begin. Love was already in. We chose the gentle way back then. Between the now and now again. Nothing loud, nothing new. We chose the gentle way with you. And when my heart began to rise, it did it soft, it did it kind. Not breaking calm, not changing tone, just learning how to feel like home. We choose the gentle way, even though it hasn't changed, it shows us how. Just stay warm, to stay true. We choose the gentle way with you. We chose the gentle way. endless day. Golden haze of afternoon, your shadow brushes mine. Every quiet glance we steal feels like borrowed time. Your laughter floats like sunlight, soft upon my face. A love that whispers gently, full of warmth and grace. Through the garden where we walked, the flowers knew our names. Every secret hand we held ignites these tender flames. Your voice, a velvet whisper, hums beneath the air. A vintage love remembered, soft beyond compare. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Letters folded in my hand, inked with gentle care. Every word still reaches me, like you're standing there. Moonlight spills across the floor, tracing where we lay. A vintage love remembered never fades away. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Time may flow and seasons change, yet you remain with me. Every whispered memory drifts softly like the sea. I hear your voice in evening winds, calling out my name. A love that stays eternal, tender and the same. Even in the morning light, when shadows start to bend, I feel your warmth beside me, a love that doesn't end. Every glance a gentle spark, every sigh a flame. A vintage love, eternal, soft, tender and untamed. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Golden haze of afternoon, your whispers fill my soul. A vintage love remembered, soft, warm and whole. In every tender memory, in every quiet sound, a heart still speaking. whispers gently wrapped around. I didn't know what love was till you said my name. The way you looked up smiling, nothing felt the same. My hands were shaking lightly, but my heart stood still. Some feelings coming softly, then grow will. That was the first time I knew what my heart could do. It beat a little stronger just standing next to you. We walked a little faster, like the day might end. I laughed too loud for no reason. You laughed again. I wasn't trying to be brave, I just was. Some love makes you taller just because. That was the first time I knew I wasn't small. Some love feels gentle, but it stands up tall. If my voice ever rises, it's not afraid. It's love learning quickly how to stay. That was the first time I knew, and I still do. Some love starts innocent, but it grows true. I didn't know love till you. The morning came in sideways light, through curtains thin and blue. You hummed a tune without the words. I started singing too. We didn't plan to feel this much. It just stepped into view, like love was waiting patiently to see what we would do. My feet stayed on the ground, but my heart began to run. Something bright was breaking loose before it had begun. We learned love by heart, not by time. Soft but alive, every line. It wasn't loud, it wasn't fast, just something built to last. We learned love by heart. The streets were full of simple sounds, a laugh for passing cars. You looked at me like every day could start exactly where we are. Even now when nights grow still and years have left their mark, I'll feel that same old lift inside, like striking just one spark. That feeling never left, it only learned my name. Every time I hear yours, it starts again the same. We learn love by heart, not by time. Soft but alive, every line. It didn't fade, it didn't pine. It stayed where feelings start. We learn love by heart. If love is just a quiet thing, I know when not to raise. And every step I took with you was already in place. We learn love by heart, not by time. Still moving, still kind. A gentle fire, steady start. That's how it's been from the start. We learn love by heart. So let the song keep spinning round through every year we start. I never learned love any other way. We learn love by heart. You stood by the corner, hands in your coat, like you had all the time. I was fixing my hair in the window, trying to calm my mind. You never rushed a moment, you let it come to you. I didn't know that patience could feel like love too. It was the way you waited, like nothing else mattered, like the night could stay right where we had it. We walked without choosing a street, let the houses decide. Your shoulder brushed against mine, I didn't move aside. Every step felt easy, every word felt spare. I kept falling quietly, just walking there. It was the way you waited, no promises said. You gave me your silence and held my hand instead. Some love is gentle, it doesn't ask why, it just keeps breathing.